History of Indian Arts. Introduction. Art is a representation of the art's power of imagination, sensibility, state of emotion, and skills. Artistic creations are of two types: visual arts, Drikkala, and performing arts, Lalit, Angik Kala. India has independent and varied traditions of folk songs, folk instrumental music, folk dances, and folk theatre, which are characteristic of every particular region. Art history is an independent branch of knowledge. Various opportunities of research are available in this field. Let's study what is art. 1. Art is a natural human instinct which wants to share experience, wisdom, and also emotions. 2. When this instinct results in a beautiful creation, it is acknowledged as art. 3. The artist's power of imagination, sensibility, state of emotion, and his skills are the crucial factors at the root of artistic creation. Maratha style of painting. 1. Maratha style of paintings began to develop in the latter half of the 17th century CE and was influenced by Rajput and European styles of painting. 2. This style consists of colored paintings and they occur as murals and also miniatures used in manuscripts. 3. Murals of Maratha style can be seen in the old Vadas at places like Vai, Menavali, and Satara in Maharashtra. 4. Gangaram Tambart's name needs of special mention here, as some of his drawings are preserved in the Yale Center of British Art of Yale University. Art of painting. Paintings are of two-dimensional, for example, sketches or paintings of nature, objects, and individuals. They are done on various surfaces such as rocks, walls, papers, canvas of different types, and earthen pots. The mural of Bodhisattva at Ajanta Caves is one of the finest examples of the art of painting. Folk styles of paintings. 1. The tradition of folk style of paintings closely resembles the style of rock paintings. 2. Customs such as decorating the house walls and courtyards by drawing various figures and symbols to narrate stories help to develop regional styles of folk paintings. 3. The traditions of Varli painting and Pingalore Chitrakathi in Maharashtra are among the finest examples of folk style of paintings. 4. Jivya Somya Mashe has played a big role in making the Varli style of paintings famous. 5. The tradition of narrating stories from Ramayana or Mahabharata with the help of wooden puppets and paintings is known as Chitrakati or Pinguli tradition. 6. The Chitrakati pictures are drawn on paper and painted in colors made from natural substances. It takes 30 to 50 pictures to complete the narration of a single story. 7. These pictures are preserved very carefully and handed down from one generation to another. The artists and the government are trying to preserve the tradition which is on the verge of extinction. The ancient Indian texts have explained various aspects of arts in great deals. There are altogether 64 arts mentioned in these texts. The art of painting is mentioned as Alikhyam or Alikya Vidya in these. It is said to have 6 main aspects. Shadange. The ancient Indian scholars studied these 6 aspects very minutely. They include Roop Bheda, different shapes and forms; Praman, proportionate description of various features of an image; Bhav, expressions; Lavanya Yojana, aesthetics; Sadrushyata, a resemblance to reality; Varnik Abhang, color composition. Agam texts of various religious sects, Purans and Vastu Shastra texts explain the arts of painting and sculpting in the context of temple architecture. Miniature paintings in manuscripts. The miniature paintings in the early manuscripts show an influence of Persian style. The Deccan miniature style was developed under the patronage of the Deccan Sultanates. During the reign of Akbar, the Mughal emperor, the Mughal miniature style showing a blend of Indian and Persian styles was developed. Western style of painting. In the British period, Indian artists came under the influence of European style of painting. An art school was established under the leadership of James Wales, a Scottish artist, in the times of Savai Madhavrao Peshwa in Shaniwarwada in Pune. He had done a portrait of Savai Madhavrao and Nana Fadnavis. Gangaram Tambot, a Marathi artist who worked with Wales, deserves a special mention here. He had made drawings of the rock-cut caves at Verul and Karle. Exact portrayal of the object of the painting is characteristic of the European style. A number of renowned artists were trained in the J.J. School of Art and Industry, which was established in 1857 CE, offering courses in European style of painting. Pestonji Bomanji, an alumni of the school, made replicas of Ajanta paintings. Sculptural art. Sculptures are three-dimensional, such as images, statues, pots, and objects with artistic embellishment. For creating sculptures, either rock or metal or clay is used. Rock sculptures are made by carving, metal sculptures are made with the help of molds, and clay sculptures are formed either directly with hands or by using molds. The entire temple of Kailash at Verul is a unique monolithic sculpture carved out of single rock. The lion capital of Ashoka pillar found at Sarnath is the national emblem of India. Folk styles of sculptural art. 1. Sculptural art began by carving tools out of stone. 2. As per our folk tradition, the custom of making clay images for rituals was prevalent in India. 3. Some of the few examples of sculptural art in folk tradition are A. The Ganesha idols, B. Masks of Gauri, C. Bull figurines made for the festival of Bailpola, memorial stones, the decorated clay storage bins, etc. Classical styles of sculptural art. The Harappan seal, stone and bronze statues tell us about the 5,000 years old or even older tradition of the Indian tradition of sculptural art. It is said that the tradition of carving out stone sculptures of larger size began in the Mauryan period with the Ashoka pillars. The Sanchi Stupa was erected in Emperor Ashoka's time. However, the beautiful sculptural embellishments of the stupa are supposed to be later additions. The sculptures at Bharut are testimonies of the continuous development of sculptural art in India. Buddhism was spread far and wide in many countries outside India. The tradition of erecting Buddhist stupas began in those countries as well. The stupa at Borobudur in Indonesia is the largest stupa in the world. It was built during the 8th or 9th century CE. It was declared as a World Heritage Site in 1991. Indian iconography. The Gandhara school of art came into being in the 2nd century BCE in Afghanistan and neighboring regions. It had Greek and Persian influence. The 1st 3rd century CE, that is the Kushana period, saw the rise of Mathura school of art. The Mathura school laid the foundation of Indian iconography. Iconography is a branch of knowledge which includes everything about making of images of gods and goddesses. The Kushana kings made use of images of various deities on their coins. During the period of Gupta Empire, the iconographic rules were formulated and standards for sculptural art were set. The art of making bronze images was developed under the patronage of Chola kings during 9th to 13th century. Bronze idols of gods and goddesses like Shiva Parvati, Nataraj, Lakshmi, Vishnu, etc. were made in this period. Architecture and sculpture. There are a number of rock-cut caves in India. The tradition of rock-cut caves originated in India in the 3rd century BCE. Technically, the entire composition of a rock-cut cave represents a union of architecture and sculptural art. Its entrances, interiors with its carved columns and images are excellent specimens of sculptural art. The paintings on the walls and ceiling have survived in some of the caves till today. The rock-cut caves at Ajanta and Verul in Maharashtra were declared as World Heritage in 1983. The temple architecture in India began to develop around 4th century CE. During the Gupta period, the temples built at the beginning of the Gupta period had only the sanctorum, Garbhagriha, and a veranda with 4 columns. The styles of temple architecture are identified by the style of the tower, Shikhar, the Nagar style of North India, and the Dravida style of South India are the 2 principal styles of Indian temple architecture. A blend of these 2 styles is known as Vesar style. The Bhumij style seen in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra has a close resemblance to the Nagar style from the structural viewpoint. In the Bhumij style, series of miniature towers are arranged which become smaller towards the top. Hence, the tower appears to be continuously rising from the base of the temple to the top. In the medieval period, under the patronage of Muslim sultanates, many styles of architecture such as Persian, Central Asian, Arabic, and pre-Islamic native Indian styles were blended together, creating the Islamic architecture of India. Many beautiful buildings were created. The Qutub Minar at Mehruli near Delhi, Taj Mahal at Agra, Gol Gumbaz at Bijapur in Karnataka are the world-famous examples of the Islamic architecture of India. The construction of the building of Qutub Minar started during the reign of Qutbuddin Aibak, 12th century CE, and was completed in the reign of Altamash, 13th century. Qutub Minar is the highest minaret in the world. It is 73 meters, 240 feet in height. The Qutub Minar complex of buildings has been declared as a World Heritage. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan built Taj Mahal in the memory of his queen Mumtaz Mahal. The Taj Mahal is looked upon as the paramount example of the beauty of Islamic architecture in India. This world-famous building has been declared as World Heritage by UNESCO. The Gol Gumbaz at Bijapur in Karnataka was built in the 17th century CE. This grand building houses the burial of Muhammad Adil Shah of Bijapur. Inside the dome, after which the building is named, there is a round gallery. Even a slight whisper by a person standing in this gallery can be heard everywhere, and if somebody claps from here, its echo can be heard many times. During the British period, a new architectural style arose in India. It is known as Indo-Gothic architectural style. Buildings like churches, government offices, residences of top officials, railway stations were built in this style during the British period. The building of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Railway Terminus, Mumbai, is the finest example of the Indo-Gothic architecture, and it is a World Heritage Site. Hemadpanthi. 1. Temple in Maharashtra built in 12th to 13th century are known as Hemadpanthi temples. Hemadpanthi style is a style of temple architecture. 2. The outer walls of Hemadpanthi temples are built in a star shape. 3. In the star-shaped plan, the outer walls of the temple have a zigzag design. 4. The walls are built without using any mortar by locking the stones by using the technique of tenon and mortise joints. 5. The Ambreshwar temple at Amarnath near Mumbai, Gondeshwar temple at Sinnar near Nashik, on the Nagnath temple in the Hingoli district are a few finest examples of the Hemadpanthi style. Traditions of performing arts. India has independent and varied traditions of folk songs, folk instrumental music, folk dances and folk theatre, which are characteristic of every particular region. There exist many rich traditions of performing folk arts in Maharashtra also. They developed as an integral part of religious festivals and social life. Some few as examples we may mention Koli dance, Tarapa dance, Dashavtar of Konkan, Povada, Kirtan, Jagar Gundal, etc. Traditions of classic performing arts. India has a rich heritage of classical performing arts too. The text of Natya Shastra, written by Bharat Muni, is supposed to be the earliest one discussing music and theatre. The 9 moods, 9 rasas supposed to be the fundamental in the presentations of Indian performing arts are Shringar, love, Hasya, humor, Bibhats, repulsion, Raudra, terrible, Karuna, sad, Veer, heroic, Bhayanak, fearful, Adbhut, wondrous, and Shant, peaceful. There are 2 main branches of Indian classical music, Hindustani music and Carnatic music. Similarly, there are 2 forms of it, classical, Shastriya, and semi-classical, Upashastriya. The semi-classical has included many styles of folk music. A beautiful blend of all 3 forms of music, vocal, instrumental, and dance can be seen in various Indian classical dance forms like Kathak of North India, Lavani of Maharashtra, Odissi of Odisha, Bharatnatyam of Tamil Nadu, and Kathakali and Mohiniyattam of Kerala. The Savai Gandharva festival of Pune is a famous one. Pandit Uday Shankar is a prominent name among such artists who created a new style. He successfully created a fusion of Indian classical dance and European opera. He also included various forms of folk dance in his style. Thus, the scope of the presentation of Indian performing arts seems to be constantly expanding. The same phenomenon is apparent in the field of Indian visual arts. Let us now study the professional opportunities available in the field of arts. Art history is an independent branch of knowledge. Various opportunities of research are available in this field. 1. Art historians can work in the field of journalism. 2. Art market is an independent field. It calls for special expertise to assess the exact value of an art object or to ensure that it is genuine. 3. An expert with deep understanding of art history is required for this task. 4. Heritage management and cultural tourism are recently developed fields. 5. In these fields, students of art can find many professional opportunities. 6. Museums and archives management, library science and information technology, archaeological research, Indology, the study of Indian history, literature, philosophy and culture are some important fields in this regard. Applied art. The visual and performing arts are primarily looked upon as the means of entertainment for people. The artist performs primarily with this purpose. However, there is a scope to combine an artistic creation with utility value to make it economically viable. Thus, an artistic creation with utilitarian purpose is called applied art. 1. industry and advertisement, interior design and production of ornamental object, art design of stage backdrops, nepatya, art direction for films and television, creating attractive layouts of books, magazines, calligraphy, production of greeting cards, invitation cards, customized stationery, gift objects, etc. are the fields of applied arts. 2. The field of architecture, photography are also part of applied arts. Nowadays, still and animated graphics created with the help of computers are used for various purposes. This is also applied art. Ornaments, artistic creations of metals, earthen pots with colorful designs, objects made from cane and bamboo, beautiful glass objects, attractive textiles and clothing, etc. all can be listed under applied arts.